Some 400 years ago, a man in Italy, Galileo, said that, hypothesized that the projectile motion creates parabola. Around 1620, he hypothesized that the projectile motion creates parabola. Now, how can you test that? Well, it's easy and simple. Water bottle, you see, I can create a projectile motion by throwing it in this space, because then it will be allowed to move freely under the influence of gravity. So that's what the projectile motion means, and that would create a parabola. Let's take a look. All right, so let's take one more time. So it creates a parabola. I will throw the water bottle with initial velocity 15 meters per second. It went up, stops and move down, and I will this time allow it to fall. So this is my hand. I'm going to throw it from here with 15 meters per second, and I will allow it to fall to the ground. It fell to the ground 15 meters below my hand. The ground is 15 meters below my hand. How long this water bottle was in the air? We want to find that out. We know that this is how we can create a projectile motion, and it creates parabola. You saw that. Now we want to see how long the water bottle was in the air, and also we want to know a few other things. We want to know the distances traveled. I'm on the rooftop of my building, and I throw a ball from the rooftop. So this is my hand. All right, and this is the ground. The ball, when I throw the ball from my hand, it goes up, and then it touches the ground. It touches the ground at time t. We want to find this t. Okay, how long the ball is in the air. That's what we want to find. We know a few other things. We know initial velocity is 15 meters per second. We know that. This is important information. With this information, we'll be able to quickly find the time. All right, so let's find the time. So y is equal to y naught plus v naught t plus half a t square. So y, so this is, we know that this is negative 50 meters. So you're going to say negative 50. This is 0. Y naught is 0 because this is my hand, x and y. This is 0, 0. So this is 0 plus v naught is 15. So 15t. Today we're going to use acceleration due to gravity is negative 10. So you know that acceleration due to gravity is equal to negative 9.8, but today we're going to use negative 10, so that I don't have to use negative b plus minus b squared minus 4ac over 2a. I don't have to use this formula. Okay? Otherwise, if I do use negative 9.8, I have to use this formula. I don't want to use this formula. Okay, but all right, so negative plus half negative 10 t square. So what do we have? Negative 50 is equal to 15t minus 5t square. So I have a quadratic equation. So yes, projectile motion creates parabola. You see that, the second degree polynomial. Now I can rewrite it as 5t squared minus 15t plus 50 is equal to 0. Negative 50. Negative 50. Okay. So now I have the greatest common factor is 5. So t squared minus 3t minus 10 is equal to 0. All right. So we have to find two number. We have to find two number whose product is negative 10 and sum is negative 3. So which two number can give me the sum of negative 3 and product is negative 10? Okay, very simple. 5 and 2. So negative 5t plus 2t minus 10 is equal to 0. You see that the sum of these two number is negative 3, and the product of this number this 2 number is negative 10. So t minus 5 plus 2 t minus 5. Okay, so I have t minus 5 t plus 2. So this is called extraneous root because the time cannot be negative. So t minus 5 is 0. So then t is 5. So yeah, it took 5 seconds. It took 5 seconds. So the ball, how long the ball was in the air? 5 seconds. So let's put it in quadratic. Let's put it in coordinate system. So I'm going to now put it in coordinate system. 5 seconds. So this is my hand. So this is 1. So ball leaves here and it makes parabola. Okay, and this is 5 seconds and then it falls. So I'm gonna make it green. Okay, so this one is red. Okay, all right, so ball leaves here. We know that with initial velocity 15 meter per second. Okay, we also know that the velocity at the top, so velocity is 0 over here. So why velocity is 0? If you throw something in the air, it changes the direction at the maximum height. So velocity is 0 at the maximum height. So the marker, when marker go up, it stops and is go down. So the marker has to stop to change the direction. So that means its velocity is 0. So at the top, at maximum height, the velocity is 0. Okay, so now you want to know the distance from here to here. So distance of this blue line. All right, distance of this blue line. Okay, let's find the distance of this blue line. How can we find the distance of this blue line? So very easy. Vf square is equal to Vi square plus 2AD. All right, this is y component at the y direction. Y direction is because this is free fall. The object is in free fall. Y direction because the object is in free fall. Okay, so this is 0 and this is 15 square plus 2. We're going to use negative 10. So negative 10d. Okay, or you can use 9.8. Doesn't really matter. Negative 9.8. I think I can handle it without the calculator. So now d is 11.5. How did I get d is 11.5? Let's see whether that makes sense. So 0 is equal to 225 minus 19.6d. So 19.6d is equal to 225. So d is equal to 11.5 meter. So this is 11.5 meter. Okay, if this is 11.5 meter, then this green is supposed to be also 11.5 meter because this is symmetric. So this is also negative 11.5 meter. Okay, this is symmetric. All right. If we talk about distance, we are talking about distance, then we take the absolute value. Okay, now we are talking about this red part. Okay, this is, we know that 50, negative 50. So this is negative 50. So let's add them up. So add up the red, add up the green, and add up the blue. So red plus green plus blue. So the red is 11.5. 11.5 plus green is, let's say green, negative 11.5. Oops. Negative 11.5 plus blue is negative 50. Blue is negative 50. So if you calculate them, you get 73 meters. Okay, now finally we're going to find the displacement. Displacement is the displacement, we're going to find it using this formula 73. I believe this is 73, so this is 73. 23 plus 50 is 73 meters. Okay, now we're going to find the displacement. VIT plus half AT squared. Let's see whether we can use this formula to find the displacement. No, we cannot use this formula, so we're going to have to use this formula. VF is equal to VI plus AT. No, so let's use this formula. VF squared is equal to VI squared plus 280. All right, so VF squared is 0, VI squared is 225 plus, no, we cannot use this, so D is equal to VIT plus half AT squared. Okay, we're going to use this one, displacement. So displacement is equal to V is 15, T is 5, it took 5 seconds, minus, let's say 10, minus half or plus half, negative 10, and T is 25. So D is 75 minus 125, right? 125. Yeah. So then D is negative 75 minus 125. Is it 50? Ah, voila. So this is 50. D is 50 meter. So how does that make sense? Let's see how it makes sense. The displacement, we know that D final minus D initial. Okay, so what is D final? D final is right here. Let's make, this is the D final. Okay, what is D initial? This is the D initial. Okay, all right. So then this is negative 50. And yeah, it is obvious that why it makes sense, why it is negative 50. Okay.